Welcome to Technology with Mike. This show is a proud member of the Tech Podcast Network at techpodcast.com. If it's tech, it's here. Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook at audiblepodcast.com/techwithmike. Over 75,000 titles to choose from for your iPod or MP3 player. Visit audiblepodcast.com/techwithmike for your free book today. And now for your host, Mike Tartaglia. It's time for Technology with Mike. That would be me. From Central Massachusetts, I am Mike Tartaglia. And welcome to the show. I'm here to make technology and the internet easier to understand. This is show number 79. 79, wow. Recorded on Sunday, November 28th, 2010. Thank you, everyone, for listening and downloading the show each and every week. I really do appreciate it. I say that every time, but I have to because I really do appreciate it. I see the numbers going up each week. It's great. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your coworkers. You can contact the show via email at techwithmike@gmail.com. Follow us on twitter.com at twitter.com/techwithmike. On the social media super site chumly.com/techwithmike. And visit us on Facebook, our fan page, facebook.com/techwithmike. Everywhere. You can find us everywhere. At least I'm trying that. You can subscribe to the show via iTunes and the Zune Marketplace. You can see past shows by going to techwithmike.mevio.com or visiting the site at, you guessed it, techwithmike.com. Contact us on our voicemail system. Leave us a message. Send us a suggestion of a show topic or just call and say hi. You can call us at, we get that on the screen. It's 508-372-0123. It's 508-372-0123. I can't respond to the voicemails, but I will, if you have topic suggestions, I will talk about those on the show. Okay. I got a great guest for us today. His name is John Gotts. He's the CEO of Chumly. We're going to get an update from him. How you doing, John?
Really good, Mike. How are you?
It's great to have you on the show again. I think this is, the third or fourth time, maybe?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Very fun. And you're making huge strides as well. It's awesome. Hey, I had a question. When I was listening to you there, you were saying that if you had show suggestions and that to call in, what about if there are startup companies out there that want exposure?
Absolutely. And
Really?
That's one thing I try to remember to mention at the end of the show. But hey, I mean, if there are startup companies, anybody out there that has an internet startup or some sort of website that they're using to start up their company, give us a call, voicemail, or send us an email. And yeah, we'd love to get them on the show. Anybody.
Yeah, it just seems like there'd be people lined up if they knew that was an option.
Yeah, I mean, I do my best to contact the startups out there nowadays. It gets really busy to do that. A lot of work.
Are you going to get Instagram on your show?
I'd love to get them on the show. It's a great software. I use it. I just try to. I think I did send an email out to them. I haven't heard a response yet, but with that kind of success, they got to be really busy.
I think that's got to be the fastest 3-month ramp of any internet company ever.
Yeah.
I mean, just brilliant. Right?
Yeah, but I'd love to get him on.
Scoble about that, and he was just saying, they had it around in beta just before they launched, and a lot of the big guys were getting to test it first.
Yeah.
But like, on Chumly, you can filter by video or audio now, or document, or pictures, and when you look at the pictures, they're all Instagram now.
Oh.
They used to be Tweet Photo and YFrog, and they'd come in from Flickr and different places. But almost overnight, easily 80% of all pictures being uploaded to Twitter and Facebook and people it's coming through Chumly, it's Instagram. It's all Instagram. So they just got it absolutely right.
Well, now that you mentioned Chumly, for those that haven't heard of, well, I can't believe they haven't heard of you, but for those that are new to Chumly, for those that are new to Chumly or just not familiar with it, tell us a little bit about it.
Sure. So, when we started now we're going to go into our second year, not right away, but we're edging towards the end of our first 2 years. We thought that having some kind of an Uber Twitter client that would allow you to fill in the holes, as they call it now, which is to say allow you to add pictures or video or audio or documents or long tweets. We built that, but then we thought, Facebook really needs integration into this as well. And then we tried to think about what are the most important blogs and sites out there. And, we came up with WordPress and Blogspot, and Google Buzz came along. We added that, of course, LinkedIn. And now YouTube and Flickr are being added next. And it looks like Tumblr is going to have to be added in there as well. So basically, we're looking at what we think are the most important have sites to connect to, and allowing people to connect to them in one place, as well as, meaning send to them, as well as receive from them. But when it comes in, now what it's really become is a filter. So let's say that you, almost like a funnel. So let's say that you have friends and comments coming in from their friends and your friends, and posts from Twitter and Facebook and blogs you follow and WordPress and around, and YouTube photos coming in, whatever. You can now take a look at these and say, only show me the posts coming in that have photos. And just like that, it only shows a stream of your timeline with photos. If you said only video, it's only video, audio, etc. And that's pretty neat by itself. But then you could further define it and say, only show me pictures coming in from Facebook right now that have photos, And so as you're able to define this more and more, we're then going to add search capabilities. And we have started that with keyword. So if you add the word technology, or tech with Mike, for instance, and you hit the refresh, it would show you any post that had tech with Mike or that keyword. And let's say it was a more common keyword like tech or technology. You could say, show me tech or technology, and then say with video or audio. And just like that, it's only going to show you the words that have that with that type of media content. So as we let you define more and more and more what it is you're looking at on the fly with simple button clicks, you're not going to see a lot of text on our site anymore. We're doing it all with buttons, and that's so that it can switch to mobile, to web.
Yeah.
There's no difference. So as other people have to build an Android app and an iPhone app and a Symbian app and a WebOS app and Windows 7 app and all of this, we just have the same app. If you use it here, it's the same thing as on any mobile device.
So you mentioned let's talk about the filtering some more. And I'm actually showing my page as from the Tech with Mike page on Chumly, because I use Chumly all the time. I'm religiously using Chumly for my personal and for the show. But let's talk about that a little bit. I'm up in the area where the filters are. So if I click on the little camera, for instance, right? And you can't really see what I'm doing now. I apologize for that.
I know. I've got it ingrained in my skull.
You should know this one by now. So if I click on the little camera on the near the filters there, it should just show all my feed just with all the photos, right? Look at that.
That's right.
Look at that. There's Alex. He needs a hug.
Right. Right. Now, let's say you click on everywhere and look at a larger stream coming in, because, of course, you can find by button. If it's the little home button, then you're going to see your own timeline. If you click on the world, you're going to see mine and everyone else's, as well as anything they're bringing in from anywhere all over. So that's going to be a larger feed to choose from. And now click on video, for instance.
On video,
and now you're just going to see a stream that includes videos. But if you notice that when you were on pictures and you go through there, you'll see Instagram, not to go back to them.
Yeah.
But so that's interesting. Furthermore, let's say that I just wanted to see images that were put up, you said, by Alex. Okay, he's pretty prolific. Or Gwen Sutton. Yeah. Gwen Sutton, she puts up a lot of pictures. So I could go to her, I could search for, or just, I know her name's Gwen Sutton, so it's Chumly/Gwen Sutton. But if you are at her page and you click on pictures, you're going to see all of the fantastic pictures that Gwen put up, right?
Yeah,
she's the mother of the famous Wayne Sutton, who's another technology blogger like yourself.
Okay, so there's her page, and so I see. I'm looking at just her photos. Oh, this is awesome. So you see all the photos that she posted.
Sure. And the thing is, you can do that with the site in general, your timeline in general, an individual in general. Or rather not in general, but an individual. But also, you could also now we make it easier for you to take it down by individual. Remember that. So if you want to see only your Twitter timeline or your Facebook or that, the more we allow you to filter what it is that you're looking at, I think the more powerful a tool it becomes. And especially as more and more sites are popping up. You've got Blacko now, you've got Quora, and Foursquare looks like it's going to get eclipsed by Facebook Places, but they're still trying to hang on there, I think. And but what are important? And you don't have to worry about that with us, really. I think if you're someone who's new to social media, you can also use this as a tool, right? So let's say you're a Subway sandwich shop. You could get a Chumley account, and anyone who comes in the door, you could ask them what, are they on Twitter, Facebook, whatever, and real quick there with any mobile device at the counter, they could friend the person.
Yeah.
And then half an hour before lunch every day, they can send out specials to these people, whether they're on Facebook or Twitter or whatever. Email, that's old-fashioned. Phone, faxes.
Email, what's that?
Right?
Yeah.
But email's going to go the way of that too. It's
Oh,
all
yeah.
about social networks now and people connecting. And so the other thing about Chumly is not just that it brings in, but remember that it sends out. And there's different ways you can do that now. It used to be you had to come to the web. Now, any mobile device, but that's web enabled, but also email is more powerful now. So now once you set up your account at Chumly, if you wanted to send to all of your defaults, wherever they go, LinkedIn, Blogspot, WordPress, Google Buzz, whatever, Facebook, Twitter, you can now send a post at Chumly from any email and even take a photo, and then, you can, how to email a photo out, right?
Yep,
You just
yep.
say email, right? And then
Yep.
you say post at Chumly, and bang, we send it out everywhere for you. And if you wanted to send it just to Twitter, for instance, you could say Twitter at Chumly and send it, and we recognize your incoming email address as a verified account, or verified on that account.
That's what I was going to
and
ask
then
you.
Post it just to Twitter.
Yeah.
If you wanted Twitter and Blogspot, you could say Twitter plus Blogspot at Chumly, and we'll send it just to those two places. And what this also ends up doing then is creating a backup of everything. So if you ever lost an account at Twitter or Facebook or whatever, God forbid, but it happens, there's a company called Backupify that charges like $30 a month just to back up your social sites. Well, we do that by default, right?
Oh.
So in sending, you can send everywhere. You can send with any kind of media. We now do drag and drop. So in certain browsers, I think Firefox is maybe the only supported, but we're going to do them in all browsers certainly soon. But right now you can upload up to 6 different images or documents or whatever at once and hit send, and drag and drop makes that much easier. What else has improved? Oh, we have time posts now. So now if you wanted to set up a series of, let's say you were going to interview Instagram and you wanted people to know that that was an upcoming event, you could time it to send out 1 a day and maybe 2 a day and then maybe 3 a day as you lead up to the event many times that day to get lots of people listening. And then you forget about it because it's time to go out now, down to the minute.
Yeah.
It makes it simple.
Where do you do that? I used to see it here. Where'd it go?
So I guess what I'm saying is we've cleaned up the interface. The
Yeah.
new front page and registration will not be there until tomorrow. So anybody that goes there today and takes a look will see the old sign up, and that's fine. It
Okay.
works. It's not as sexy, that's all.
Yeah.
The other is like eye candy. You want to eat it. We've got this new Chumley cherry color that really looks delicious. But the main thing is, and we continue to focus on this, is hide as many buttons as we can, but make them easily accessible so you'll see that they just appear or
Yeah.
disappear when you move.
I love that.
We make it all vanilla white background and everything like that with gray and black buttons because you're the superstar. You paint the background color any color you want under design, and you put up any images you want and tile them and whatever you want. But this is not about us. You don't see our name plastered across the top anywhere. And, some of the venture capital people we were talking to were like, where's your name? Where's your name? And it's like, no, it's not about us. Our name's at the bottom where it says copyright, right? It's about the person using the site. This is about them. So we've made it super ultra clean. We're continuing to evolve it. Language translation of posts coming in and fun stuff like that will be coming. But man, this has just been so fun, and I feel that we finally have a product we can really launch and be proud of now. Sorry. One more thing. Connections is next. Right now, when you hover over a post, you can agree with them or disagree with them, and you can see the conversation threads. We've got a way to make that cleaner and sexier, and we're going to. But the other thing is, I want people to start being able to connect. So if I hover over someone at Facebook, and it's coming in as a comment on everywhere on my wall, wall is a comment post from something at Facebook, for instance. I want to be able to see when I hover over that post how many friends we have in common, and let me connect with them there. And if they also have a Twitter account, maybe I also want to follow them there. And so, but making connections happen by allowing them to. Right now, we don't really allow them to, but these are the types of things coming in the future.
So would that connection be the thing? What you're talking about in the future? Would that be connection throughout all the different sites?
Right.
Nice.
But let's say you have an account at Facebook.
Yeah.
It'll know that you have 34 friends in common with this person that just came in on Facebook that commented on someone else's post that you're following. Because we'll have the person you're following, but if they make a post that you want to see it, if you want to see the comments under that post, you'll click a button and they'll slide out. And then you'll see all the people that comment, and some of them, they may not be your friends yet, but we'll see how many connections you have with them. And if we also know that they're connected to over on Twitter and you have a Twitter account, we might let you click here to follow them. And so it just makes it easier to make connections on the fly with interesting people that you find.
Wow.
I've been experimenting a lot with Facebook. This last 3 weeks, I made like 1,200 new friends, you know? And I'm going to be campaigning for state senate over in Idaho, 2011 and 2012. And so I want to start making connections again in Idaho and really get to know what the people needs, what their needs are, rather, so that I can, you know, represent those needs. And I also see Chumly as a way potentially to communicate with those voters in a way that hasn't been done before. If they tell me to do something, and I put up bills and laws that I'm working on, and they tell me vote this way, and I don't, there should be a statistic at the end of my term that says how often I voted the way the people said I should vote. And if you furthermore geo-target it and that so that you can understand that it's coming from that specific area, it just could turn politics a little bit. And I'd like to be the first candidate that wins on that platform and opens up the lines of communication for the first time maybe in 200 years, right? So there's different things. I told you Subway sandwich shop example. I just told you a way I might use it to campaign. But it's becoming something a lot of fun, that's a lot of fun and very powerful.
Yeah, I mean, for businesses or for politicians, that's a great idea. Get your word out to everybody.
Or governments, or
governments.
Schools. You know, if there's somebody on campus that's a threat, nowadays they send out a post on Twitter, or now maybe Facebook too, but not everyone is on Facebook and Twitter. We have an address book that allows you to send to a group. So you could say, you know, gee, it was, I don't know, sandwich shop people. You know, the Subways could be Tuesday special people, whatever.
Yeah.
You click the button, and it's going to send to their email, text, their Facebook, ultimately, not yet, their Twitter account, their Chumly account. But it sends everywhere, their @ replies, you know, it sends it at once. And you push a button, and that's the new way to communicate with people, not just email.
Yeah, not just email, not just one site. It allows you to do it through all the other sites as well.
Well, like I was saying, you know, the 1,200 people on Facebook that I've been communicating with now for a few weeks while it's building, they're fantastic. But what I'm finding is why they use Facebook and why they love Facebook. And it, more than Twitter or anything else, is really a way to connect with people. I mean, people are connected there. On Twitter, it's not a social network. They even said that.
No. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I mean,
so now I want to take what I see on Facebook to be truly awesome, and using their API, blend all of that Facebook goodness into Chumly, because I haven't been to Twitter in like a year. I mean, but I post there prolifically.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. I just don't need to go there to see my @ replies or my direct messages or who's following me or following back, because I can do it all at Chumly remotely. And I want to be able to get to the point with Facebook, as far as their API will allow, that as quickly and as conveniently and everything that you love about Facebook, minus the games, minus the advertisement, stuff like that we don't do.
Yeah.
I want that all to be here at Chumly next.
Did you?
So the first quarter of next year will be our Facebook quarter, where we just put our arms and legs around them and give them a big bear hug.
Well, not to change the subject a little bit, but in regards to Facebook and their API and stuff like that, did you see that? You've seen that recent new browser that came out, right?
Yeah, sure.
Rockmelt.
Yeah,
it's a phenomenal
it's an awesome browser, you know, and it's just going to get better and better. Think about who's behind that, right? That's Mark Andreessen, who invented the browser. Remember?
Yep. Netscape.
With Mosaic browser, and it became Netscape.
Yep.
Right when he was in school still. And I don't know if Mark's a billionaire yet. He certainly deserves to be, if anyone does. But he's got, you know, Andreessen Horowitz, the venture capital firm over here in Palo Alto, and they're investing in a lot of startups, specifically, I think, around this social space. And of course, Rockmelt, he's there. He's, I think, on their board. I think he's one of their venture guys. And that's a great market to be in. Do you know how much money Firefox made last year?
Not off the top of my head.
Off their free browser, right? Because it is free after all.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
little Google ads in the upper right corner. When people click on and search in those and then click an ad and the advertiser pays Google, they share it with them in their AdWords program. And I know it's way over 100 million now. They did 100 million like 3 or 4 years ago, right? In just ad clicks, right? 8 million a month, 2 million a week, whatever, so, and they're doing more than that now. So if you think about it, Windows has left the window wide open for people to just come in and just take that market. And I think it would just be so sweet, looking right into the camera lens here, so sweet, if Mark Anderson's company could take back all of the market share from Internet Explorer, because they don't deserve it. They sit on their ass and they let their product just deteriorate on the shelf.
Yeah.
Detriment of everyone who's using it. I mean, why? They've got billions of dollars and they can't come up with rock melt themselves. You know what I mean? Like, what are they thinking? And they don't. They just sit there and make their money off anybody that'll buy a PC that comes preloaded.
Well, if anybody from Rockmelt is listening, I want to get you guys on the show too.
Yeah, you
come on down.
Have Rockmelt on the show.
I have sent them an email, so I'm waiting to see if I get a response. But it'd be great.
They are probably running 24/7.
Yeah.
Absolutely right, and they deserve all the success they're going to get because people will move there. And it's a little kludgy. I got the first version of the product that they allowed out to the public, and in the first hours I tested it. It was just a little kludgy, and I haven't tested it again, but I will. I'm just going to let them tighten it up a little bit.
It's something that you have to actually use to actually get it. You can't just say, "Oh, I've never used that," without even trying it out.
Right. What I'm saying is that there was just some flakiness in that it wouldn't open up my browser, and then it sort of seemed to take over and want to be my browser of choice, even though I hadn't made it the default. And I know it's just kludginess. There was nothing nefarious.
You will use me.
Right. Right. There was another one that did that to me. That was a new service that I saw Om Malik using, and I tried it out. And the next thing you know, it was auto-posting doubles to my Facebook account. And I'm like, what? So, no.
Well, that's what you get for using beta, right?
Yeah, right. I think Rockmelt didn't mean it. I think the other company absolutely meant it.
Yeah.
I won't even mention their name because, why disparage anyone? But come on, guys, really.
Okay, well, great. Well, so, Chumly, how can people get more information about Chumly?
Well, first of all, I would wait until probably, you're going to hear this thing, and I want you to come in because you might forget the name by midweek. But we hope to have the new front page user interface out there. And when I say front page user interface, I mean just your welcome to Chumly. We've got just this little block thing up right now that lets you come in and register in that. But we think in the next 24 to 48 hours or so, we're going to have a front page that's just what people like to see. It's nice and clean and pretty. But once you've registered and you get all signed up, the inside, the page you go to when you log in is as it will be. And so come on in, give it a try. I think you're going to like it. Click on all the buttons, and if you don't know what something is, hover over it and it'll tell you. And if you still don't get it, ask a question. Click the pencil. It'll do what you expect it to do, which is let you create a post and just say, I don't get it, or help me with this. And probably within a matter of minutes, someone's going to be on that and help you because it's a friendly group that we have.
Oh, yeah. You asked for help there, and people are right on top of it.
Yeah. There's a family of people here at Chumly. It's all about conversations and connections here, and I hope it stays that way. So we'll see, but awesome. Yeah, it's been fun. Now the
URL it's chumly.com now, or
well, ultimately it's going to be chumly.com, and I imagine by January it will be.
Okay.
Just because when we started, like I said, we were going to be this Uber Twitter client, and with the shortening of links there with bit.ly, bit.ly.
Yeah.
And then there was an ad company that came along called Adly, ad.ly.
Yeah.
And then there was Friendly, and there was Speedily, and everyone was .ly, so we did it. But what we found is that when you tell somebody, even my email address, I say I'm John at chum.ly, and they're like, chum.ly.com?
What? Huh? Yeah.
No, they're not goofy. Because who the heck's ever heard of .ly? I'm a goofy one. I thought, people would be cool with that. They were not cool with that. So I'm glad we have the .com, and we'll make the switch over, and it'll be chumly.com. By the way, right now, if you go to chumly.com, it'll forward to chum.ly.
Oh, cool.
Simple. Yeah.
Awesome. John, thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you, Mike.
It was great having you again.
Experience. So.
And we will have you on again and again as much as we can, because I just love Chumly. So
thank you, Mike. That's great.
No,
really
thank you.
And congratulations with all your success. Now go get Instagram and run.
Oh, I'd love to.
Oh, you got to.
I will do it.
I'm holding you to that.
Okay, John. Thanks very much. Take care. Okay, so that was John Gotts, the CEO of Chumly. Go to chumly.com or chum.ly. Go there, sign up. It's awesome service. You'll love it, especially if you're into social media services. Okay, so before I get started on a couple topics I want to talk about quickly, we're running really far behind because I just love talking about Chumly, so I don't stop them. Yeah, John loves to talk. Okay, so so audible.com, they are the leading provider of downloadable and digital audiobooks and spoken word entertainment. They have over 75,000 titles to choose from. I'm actually thinking about downloading a book called, and I think I mentioned this on one of my other shows, What Technology Wants. It's a whole brand new view of technology, and it basically suggests that technology as a whole is not a jumble of wires and metal, but a living, involving organism. So it's really interesting. I want to read that. It's by Kevin Kelly, narrated by Paul Boehmer, Boehmer. I'm sorry if I butchered his name. I really am. But I'm going to go check that book out. I just added it to my cart, and I will be listening to that. So audible.com is a great way if you work in a gym, if you jog a lot, or if you commute to work in a long way. You can pop in a book on your MP3 player and just listen to it, and you get so immersed in any book that you listen to. But go check it out, audiblepodcast.com/techwithmike. It's audiblepodcast.com/techwithmike. And that book I just mentioned can be yours for free, or any of the 75,000 titles if you go there right now. Okay, so I have a couple of things I want to talk about. First, the iPhone. Well, actually, the iPad 4.2 iOS came out about a week or so ago, and awesome updates. Go try it out if you have an iPad. But before I talk about that, of course, now I'm getting alerted about my Wii City game. Don't ask. But they just recently had a Thanksgiving sale for apps in the App Store. I downloaded Madden NFL 2011 for 99 cents the other day on my iPhone. I love that game, so I figured, I'll try it. It used to be $7, I think. Another game that was really cool, the game of Risk. I used to play that when I was younger as a board game. Awesome on the iPhone. But if you have an iPad, you can also use it on your iPad. So it makes the game bigger, a little bit pixelated, but it looks great, and I'm having a blast with it. I don't know how long the sale is for. It's 80% off of a lot of games, and these are top games. So go check it out. Just a little tip. I'm going to try to get this out the night of the recording so people can hear it. Okay, so I have a couple of things here. 3 things that I get from a very useful website I go to. It's called makeuseof.com. You can get a bunch of information on how to do things and interesting stuff, but they also tell you sometimes about these nice little applications that come out. First thing I want to talk about is a plugin for, I think it's for Google Chrome or Firefox. It's called Active Inbox, and you use it with your Gmail account. And what it does, it allows you, let me get this up on the screen so people can see. They say better Gmail with Active Inbox. Actually, I want to play the video. I don't know if I should, but you know what? I'm going to play the video. Maybe they'll tell you what it is. It's about a 2-minute video, so stand by.
With Active Inbox, you can give your emails status to prioritize them, track emails that you need a reply for, and ensure you never forget an important email. You can overcome email clutter and make sense of the muddle by moving emails out of the inbox and into manageable projects.
So I thought that was cool. You can create projects for different emails. I think people use email a lot as a project management tool.
Here, we also set the status to waiting on, because the contact has promised they'll deliver more information in the next few days.
Anyways, so this is a great little application you can try out. If you go to activeinboxhq.com, you can go check it out and try it out. Just try it out because that's what I'm here for. I'm trying to throw things out to people to let them know what they can use, make things easier on them. Another program, if you like to access your computer a lot remotely, I mean, there's remote desktop RDP sessions that you can use for Windows 7. I'm not sure about how it is with the Mac. They probably use VNC or something. But there's a program here called Thin VNC. And if you go to supportsmith.com, all these links will be in the show notes. You'll find a Thin VNC link in there. And it looks pretty cool. And it's all done with HTML5. So you use a web browser to connect to your computer remotely from anywhere on the internet. So I'll put that link in the show notes. And the last thing I want to, and this is this is a cool little app. It's called, what's it called? It's called Verse Perfect. If you're a songwriter, poet, or someone that needs to have rhymes in a jingle or rhymes of what you write, if you're a writer, this is a great little tool. What it is, an application to download. It's free. It's called Verse Perfect, and it allows you to rhyme or type in a sentence and it will actually create a rhyme for you. I haven't really tried it out yet, but I just saw it today. I had to add it to the show to let everybody know about it. I will go try it out, though, but there's no URL for it. I'll give you the makeuseof.com link in the show notes so you guys can check it out. But it says the lyric writing workspace. It has a lyric writing workspace. It has, God, look at it. It's really interesting. I've never seen a rhyme writer before as an application. So go check it out. That's all I have for the show today. I know everyone's sad. Yeah, okay. But anyways, that's my bad attempt at humor. So, as John Gotts mentioned before, if there's anybody that has a startup on the internet, contact me at techwithmike@gmail.com. I will get you on the show because I love to hear new ideas, and I'm just so excited about the especially a lot of social media networking sites. I love social media. I love the new technologies out there. So come on down and we will get you on the show. Don't forget to find us on Chumly, chumly.com/techwithmike.
No, Chumly/techwithmike.
I'm sorry.
That's why.
Until next time, help you later.